I just wanted to thank Mr. Smith for allowing me to speak at the last meeting. I know there was some discussion about whether we could talk or not. And the other thing I wanted to bring up was, in perusing all the minutes that were published on the Yuma Airport website, I've noticed a lot of what I would call omissions, or the way they're written, as compared to meetings I've attended. Sometimes I wonder, was this the same meeting? And it seems like things are left out, or things are written a certain way. For example, I was reading the minutes about the last meeting that was at 2 p.m. the last time you got the committee meeting on the evaluation of the airport director. And for example, it says in that the vote was unanimous to furnish a raise. The recommendation of that committee was unanimous. I have it on good authority that was not unanimous. That's just one example of things I've noticed in the minutes. And my comment or question is there anything to be done, or is there any changes to be made to improve that, the way those minutes make it to the website? A lot of people have read that, you know, myself included. It seems like those minutes are not entirely accurate. And that was my comment. Thank you.
Thank you. I guess that would be considered criticism. I'll just tell you that we vote to approve the minutes if someone, and they have been corrected in the past, if someone voted no or yes, and we incorrectly recorded that, they have the opportunity to correct that at the time that we, because the minutes are prepared, but they aren't voted on, for example, until the board of directors meeting. And as both you and the mayor, I'm glad that you took the opportunity to come back and speak to the full board. We weren't having public comment before because the full board wasn't here. But thank you for your comments, both. Is there anything else? All right.
Yes, one more. Ken Scott, a lot of you know me. I would like to, if there's some way, we could shelve the parking situation, POV situation, until such time that we could sit down with the military and have the military tell us exactly why they need this. More importantly, it all derives over the F-35. Either a lot of us feel the same way, either you let everybody with their requirements, like you got to get to the T-shades, people to be able to go out on the Millionaire's ramp with their cars and work on their planes and stuff, or stop everybody. Why should we have two level of tenants? One's you could simply call high level tenants, the ones that are paying almost $1,000 a month for a hangar and a T-shade or lower, and then there's the ones that are standard level people that don't pay for the tie-ins because of what the airport decided to do. And I really think we ought to shelf it until such time we can talk with the military and really get down to nitty-gritty up here at their place wherever they feel comfortable, so that we can find out about it and find out why.
Thank you. Paul.
Well, I'm Dale, that's Paul.
I'm Dale.
I know we're both rebel rousers, okay? And along with the POV, you know, I mean, why should a privileged few be allowed to drive their vehicles on? But, you know, it said, well, it's got the yellow line out by the Miracle hangars, got the yellow line over by the T-shades. Why can't we put a yellow line, like from the old Betco South hangar, over to Millionaire's office, put a yellow line there, you can't cross. Same thing over by Fairflight. Put the yellow line crossed over there, cannot cross. Seems like that. And then not only would they, the ones in the Miracle hangars and the T-shades have access, but then we would also have access to the aircraft over there. And the yellow line is that's the point of no cross.
Dale, if you'll see, if you've read the agenda, that will be discussed. Okay.
I just got here, so
okay.
I promise you we will talk about POVs in depth, and I'm here to answer your questions. Okay?
It's either everybody off or everybody.
As long as I know.
I understand. I understand.
As long as you don't get pulled away if it gets nitty gritty, because that happened at one time.
Okay. I am here until I'll be the last one to leave. How's that? Even if I have to arm wrestle you.
Thank you, Colonel.
Okay. Thank you. Let's move along. We have You want to have Colonel put that down, I guess?
It's my turn.
Is it? Okay.
If you'll have me.
And we will.
All right, so if you don't mind, I like to stand and talk if I can, only because it allows me to talk with my hands a little bit more. And plus, this is where the pie is.
It's good.
Okay, let's talk about, if I can, since it's kind of my forum or it's my turn. Do I have a time limit?
No, sir.
Stop, sit down, shut up when it's all, okay. General aviation pilots in the room, please raise your hand. I'm one of them, by the way, so good. Okay, thank you, everybody, for coming. Thanks to everybody for coming. I want to say this out loud for those that haven't heard me say this before. As the commander of Yuma and as a GA pilot myself, and as maybe one day, I don't know, but I am an ATP also. I've never flown commercially for a living or anything because I've been in the Marine Corps since I got out of college. But I am all about aviation. My dad was a member. I've been going to the EAA since I can remember. My dad was a member of the EAA, was an airframe and power plant mechanic, taught me how to fly, or taught me flying for the first time when he was a private pilot. I think I was 9. All right, so I've been flying all of my life. I am all for aviation. I am all for supporting aviation in Yuma. I am 100% behind any committee that we'd like to put together that talks about supporting aviation in Yuma. And that's military, civilians, commercial, ultralight, dirigibles, UAS, you name it. If it improves aviation in Yuma, Arizona, or in Arizona itself, I am all for it. Are there any questions about that? Because that's I know that in the past we've had that kind of ebbs and flows a little bit with commanders that are more so concerned, and rightly so, with the primacy of the military aircraft that are here on the air station and their ability to conduct their mission unhindered. And I personally don't believe that's true, and I personally don't believe that GA or commercial hinders our mission, well, in fact, in any way. We're professional aviators, and by golly, we'll just go around here. I mean, if we have to, we fly above, below, whatever we got to do, but let's all be professional about it, and we'll work together, and we'll figure it out. That being said, here's my position on POV. Here's the United States Marine Corps commanding officer of MCAS Yuma's position on POVs on the flight line. All right? My position is no POVs past the perimeter gate for anyone. And that's me and my wife and the commanding general and the director of the airport authority over here on the commercial side, and any general aviation pilot that is aboard Yuma. All right? I am responsible for the security of this airfield, period. All right? Whether it be on the GA side, as it affects, specifically, as it affects the military side of the airfield. And there is no barrier between except for, of course, the expanse of the runways, but there is no barrier, except for that perimeter fence, between the general aviation side, the commercial aviation side, the end of the flight line as it empties out onto down by Avenue A and County 14th. There is no barrier between that and what becomes my hangars. And I now have special access program qualified hangars on my side of the airfield. All right? That changes the rules a little bit, as I've been talking about in the past, or recently, since I've taken command a short time ago. That changes the rules a little bit about the security posture that we must maintain on the airfield. Okay, now, so my position, our position, the Marine Corps' position, no POVs on the flight line, no POVs past the perimeter gate that leads to the flight line. What you didn't hear me say was no vehicles past the flight line. All right? I have vehicles that go up and down my flight line that are vetted, that have been checked out, and those vehicles are marked clearly, typically with lights, and they're easily identifiable by my tower and military police on the, as they patrol